It's a new month.
Fresh start.
It's a new month. It's a new March. I don't know. My brain just works in such a new light for me.
And I'm feeling good. I can't read that. Good. Okay, Sarah, take it away.
I was an alto in high school.
Just unleash.
I just looked over.
No, all I get is good.
That's so funny. I just looked over and it was like, good. Like the waves are so much more intense. It's hilarious.
It's like we have some new vibrations happening on this podcast today.
Readjust. Well, welcome back, March. It's been almost a year since we started our podcast.
God, I can't even believe that. It feels like longer, honestly. Like it just feels like we've always done
a podcast because we always just
we always just talk to each other all the
time. But yeah, if you've been sticking around since the first episode, we're almost at, I think this is episode 45.
Oh my God.
Or 46. So like
that's like almost 2 full days of our life just talking.
You've almost listened to us for 2 full days of your life.
Wow. If you're an OG, please shoot us a DM so we can thank you appropriately.
Been listening since ep 1.
Since the beginning.
But honestly, I mean, truly, it's like our twin flow of conscious that we talk about. We're like, oh, someone sent us a message. Oh, let's respond. Oh, what do we do about this? Like, I mean, we always talk about, we're just always bouncing ideas off each other, just chatting random things. So we were considering adding vlogging, like sort of like a day in our lives into our content, because we're like, this is basically another podcast episode, except we're just taking you around New York. So just twin talking. Yeah. Could be our next little adventure. It's always interesting since we've done Instagram for so long. Like it's all about like how short and concise.
Like make it under 15 seconds.
And then like YouTube is let's chat. Like that's also why we like the podcast, because we can just chat.
Right. It doesn't feel so urgent. Like I saw this meme or like video the other day, and they're like the best way to increase quality of life is to stop pretending like everything is an emergency. And it's like this girl's like scrubbing at her pants, and it's just like, oh, release, relax. It's like eating, like you're just looking at your phone, like really shoveling it. And it's like,
yeah.
Oh. And that's how I kind of feel about like long form content. It's just like,
sit down,
it's not an emergency.
Coffee, let's hang out.
This sale ain't going anywhere. Like we're just like, let's break it down.
I do chill. Like that. I mean, it's nice. I feel way less, as someone who consumes a lot of content, I feel way less stressed watching a YouTube video than I do, not even stressed watching like short form, but on Instagram it's like flick,
or
flick,
even
flick,
and even
flick,
more
flick.
So like TikTok. Yeah, you just feel less on edge.
Swipe.
It's just sort of like Sarah and I were watching a vlog, like day in the life. Just we had it on the TV while we were getting ready. We were just chatting, and we're like, this is so relaxing,
it's so chill. And like I don't feel chill while I'm scrolling TikTok.
No, I'm like, what's next? Yeah.
So you might be seeing a little twin vlog around New York.
Could be the next thing
on YouTube along with our podcast. But
shall we do some ins and outs?
Yeah. Do you want to start?
Sure. Actually, because this is a show and tell version of my in this week, just because I think my out, maybe it was like a month ago, maybe more. I was telling you guys that I was using tretinoin, and it was just like destroying my like skin barrier.
You were just peeling. You were going through like the shed.
I was peeling so much. But then to try and like combat that, I was using like so many products. I was like, okay, I'm going to do a toner. Then I'm putting this serum on over top. Then I'm doing this moisturizer. And I still just felt like it was doing nothing, like literally nothing. So I have a new like regimen.
And you talked to your dermatologist.
I did have gotten professional help. Yeah, this is from a professional opinion. But so if you're out there taking tretinoin, if you're using tretinoin or also like a retinol, I was just like, I showed him my prescription. It's almost the lowest quality, like quantity of tretinoin.
You're like 0.2. Yeah, 0.02. Like super low.
And so he was like, yeah, anyone who's using a tretinoin or a retinol is like struggling right now. He was like, but what you want to do is, make sure your face is dry. So I've been washing my face and waiting 30 minutes just to be like, okay, there's no water. We're totally coming from like fresh, dry skin. Then he said, put a moisturizer on, let it soak in. Then put just like your pea size, amount of tretinoin or your retinol, let that soak in. And then over top, do another layer of moisturizer. And so I've been doing that now for,
And then any really sensitive areas, he said what, like Aquaphor or?
oh yeah, he said, oh gosh, what is it? Like CeraVe
Oh
or
yeah.
whatever. He's like, make sure it's like a cream, like it's like a thick, almost like overnight cream, that it's not just,
Like a thin moisturizer?
not just like that, not just a moisturizer, but there's like a cream.
Okay.
And so I'll even like put a little Vaseline because my mouth gets like right around my mouth gets really dry. So, but the show and tell part is this has been the moisturizer I've been using. This is probably my most reordered item on Amazon.
Is that the I'm From?
It's I'm From rice cream. So it uses rice, I think, enzymes to
the rice is like very calming. Because I have a milky like rice toner.
Yeah, it's the same brand. Same
Oh,
brand.
is it?
I'm
Oh,
From
you're
rice
right.
toner.
You're right. It is the same brand.
So what I love about this though is that it leaves your skin like kind of looking slightly dewy all day without being sticky.
We love it.
So I hate like a moisturizer when it's like you touch it and you're like, oh, what's
Yeah, you're like
that? Like this one fully sinks in, but then it just leaves this beautiful, just like glow.
Your skin looks really good right now.
And
I'm a little jealous.
I'm like, I've never been so happy. I had like the most minimal peeling ever, like one day, but it was lasting like 4 days last time. And I'm like, I don't know how I'm gonna like, do it again on a 5-day kind of cycle. I'm really stretching it out too. So this has been literally a lifesaver. I haven't been using so many products. I've just been using this as my moisturizer,
minimal
and a sunscreen, like a sunscreen.
So you do wash your face, wait 30 minutes.
So at night, if I use my tretinoin, wash my face, wait 30 minutes, put on this guy moisturizer, then let that sink in maybe 5 minutes, then put my pea-sized drop of tretinoin.
Okay.
Wait another 3 minutes or something, and then put this on the top.
Okay.
And then I'll just put a little bit of Vaseline if there's like a spot I know I'm sensitive to, and that's it.
Okay.
And in the mornings, just this and some sunscreen.
Well, that's nice because I just upped my tretinoin and I've been like, oh no, like I've been really.
You're like, and it makes you feel like you're like a snake. You're like,
so I know I'm seriously. I'm like, okay, makeup's good, and then I like go get a glass of water, and then I look back. I'm like, like I'm like peeling. I'm like, what's happening?
It can change so fast. Like snap of fingers, just like, what is happening? Like, how am I peeling?
But I do think tretinoin helps with anti-aging.
For sure.
It's just like, well, I also don't look very anti-aged when
I'm just like slothing. Sarah and I saw this one like graphic comparison where they had a set of twins. They had one twin who had used tretinoin for like 10 years or 20 years. I can't even remember.
Did we?
And the other one didn't. Let me just tell you.
But I thought that was sunscreen.
They have that too, but they had one for tretinoin. Let me just tell you that I don't want to be the one not using it. So I was like, okay, we got to find a way to like make it work.
Yeah, no, but I need to try that where you said like the weight and then apply.
Because I was like combining them, like the moisturizer, tretinoin, and putting it on.
That's what I've been doing.
And
but
it just wasn't.
We'll try it, and then give it a couple weeks, and then I will update, and maybe that'll be my.
I was like, oh, I could up the like strength of my tretinoin just because it's working so well. So,
because mine is, you're at like 0.02. I'm at like 0.1.
I know, I'm baby tretinoin,
and I'm like, like I'm on the. I think I'm at the highest end that
Sarah's
they do.
basically pouring acid on her.
No. But I've been using mine for a few years, so but still like with this boost, it's been an issue.
And I've always been like, I've used it. I've had such like a weird reaction. Like
now
I just get like
good.
a rash and then I'm taking it. But I think
gentle.
Like, knock on wood, but I think I've unlocked the keys to the universe.
She's unlocked.
So that's my show and tell. If you are looking for just like a great moisturizer too, like you don't have to be using tretinoin, but this I'm From brand, we use the toner, moisturizer, lasts so good and just feels like really nice on your skin.
Well, that's
my
fantastic.
plug. This is not sponsored.
That's fantastic.
This is not sponsored in any way.
My in, which needs to be an out, but it's not, is potato chips.
Oh, I see.
Okay, this is so funny. I never buy potato chips because I have no self-control when it comes to potato chips.
That is one of the only things
like
that's like unhinged, just like
it's so simple, right? Like literally a potato, oil, salt. Like I don't even need them.
It's a potato, it's a chip.
I don't even need them to be any flavor, anything. Now, if they're like the extra dark, extra dangerous
If
for me.
it's like sour cream and cheddar.
No, like the rainbow dark that are
Okay,
just
those are
like
those are the
burnt.
bomb. Those are the bomb.
I will smash the whole bag. But so like this is how much I love potato chips. But I normally like 90% of the time I just tell myself like don't even consider buying them because I have no self-control. Like working from home, I have no self-control.
Generally the only time I'll buy them is like summer if I'm doing a barbecue or
I'm like,
something.
oh, let's get some chips.
Right, like and that fits. But I'm not generally buying that as my snack.
No, because I tell myself like you have no self-control. Like you just can't buy them because you cannot control yourself on them.
Have some cottage cheese instead.
And so I like this is how much I love them. When I worked from home in Michigan and I had a car, the only way I could stop myself from like eating like the whole bag, like they would stop
I know where
calling
this
to
is
me.
going.
I would put the bag in my car. Like I would have like I'm like, this is all you can have for the day. And I would put the bag in my car.
So like as you're driving, you just have like a little bit.
No. Like I would, like my car's in my driveway. I would pour a bowl and I would wrap them up, put them in my car and lock the car and lock the door because like that was the only way. It could not be in the house.
But you have the keys.
I know, but it just
That
had to
would
like,
be enough separation.
physically
That would be enough separation.
out of my space until I remembered they were in the car. And sometimes I'd be driving home from teaching and be like, oh, I have chips.
There's nothing more joyful than like having just like a family-sized, plentiful bag of like chips or your favorite snack, and you're just like you're not even aware. You're just like this is glorious.
Yeah, we stopped with the like we don't.
the Costco-sized snack.
That's harder in
bags.
New York, but so with the past week, Andrew like. We were hanging out and then they had like buy one get one of kettle chips, which I love the kettle
Ooh,
chips.
those are the
the Cape Cod
super
ones,
crunchy
or whatever.
Yeah.
And you know, Andrew's like on his vacation. We're like hanging out. We're watching a movie, and I was like, we like smashed this bag of chips, and I was like, oh my god, they're so good. Like it's just potato chips. Like why am I so obsessed? But I was like, okay, this is so good. I'm ready for barbecue season. Like so, I have an excuse or like something to share them with or like have people over and have chips. But like I'm like, okay, we cannot be buying these all the time. Like when I go to Trader Joe's and I pass their extra dark, I'm like,
Those are so
Don't do
freaking
it.
good.
don't do it. Like I
good.
But I mean it's
I
not like
love
it's not like
they're like
potato.
ghost pepper.
I haven't
They're really
tried
not.
those.
They're really not super spicy, but it's like ghost pepper and black pepper
Yeah.
combo. Those are really good. They're like a waffle.
That sounds delicious. But yeah, so my in is potato chips. Again, like
But for your own.
it's like I have to
wellness.
keep it on lockdown. It's
We
like,
all have that one vice.
yeah, I mean it's like I don't know, they're just
Collins
so good.
is chocolate chips. If we get a bag of chocolate chips, he will just sit there while we're watching a movie
Really?
and pour it in his hand and just like I don't know why.
That's so
that he
funny.
loves a good bag of chocolate
See,
chips.
I could have a bag of I love chocolate.
I would
but
never go into that bag
I could
of
have a bag of
chips.
chocolate chips in my fridge or like for baking.
sitting
Like
in front of me, and I would never.
I'd be like, okay,
Yeah.
you know. But
what would
them
mine be?
potato chips? If you live in the Midwest and have the privilege of buying the better made like rainbow dark,
Those are so good.
oh, whenever I go back to the Midwest, I like search for them at the grocery store. Dark brown bag, rainbow on it, and they are just the darkest fried potato, the darkest potato chips.
It's
Just
like a russet, like a dark russet. I think.
I mean, they just like extra
Yeah.
fry them. And oh my god. Anyway, I gotta stop talking about potato chips because I'm
Now I want them.
But
Mine's probably popcorn.
I know. See,
I
you're
mean,
way
but
more
popcorn
into
is
you're
like-
way more into popcorn than I am.
I like lesser evil popcorn, the fiery hot. Like I could just. I mean, a whole bag is really not that bad for you, but like I will eat the whole bag.
Yeah, like I could have popcorn in my cabinet and just not eat it. I'm just like, meh.
Colin too. He's just like I don't really like.
But you
snacking on
you've
popcorn. I'm
always
like,
loved popcorn like so much.
love it. But yeah, I quote this to Sarah all the time that like they did a study and the potato is the most satiating food.
Leah just tell me this all the time.
And because every time we're like, man, those potatoes are good. We're like, it is the most. They tested it against bread and against rice and meat and all stuff, and people like rated their level of
Potato.
like satiety.
Yeah, satiety.
as the highest with a potato.
I'm behind it.
Colin, I don't know. I'm talking about Colin's food habits, but like the thing that he will eat the most of and gets so pumped if I make it for dinner, if I just like roast a bunch of like little potatoes and cube them and
mean,
like
it's hard to
toss
beat.
them and all. He's just like, I could like eat a mountain of these, and I'm like, well, it costs like $5 for like 5 pounds
You're doing so
of potatoes, so like
make
I'm
these for you anytime, babe.
happy to make them for you anytime. Yeah. So what should out?
Oh, I think we know what our out is. I think it's a combined out.
Is it what I'm thinking?
All our travel craziness.
Yes.
Oh, guys, we picked the worst
Never
week.
travel. Never.
This last week, we picked the worst week to try and travel when we got a surprise blizzard in New York.
Literally the term blizzard. I
No,
don't
like
think I've ever
literal
just
blizzard?
thrown around that term in my life, but
Oh, blizzard, literal blizzard.
Mhm,
And yeah, we went from them saying 2 inches of snow, maybe 5, okay, maybe 8, and then it was like you're
like-
2 feet,
yeah, they're like up to like 20. Well, like, excuse me, what are you talking
and
about?
it just like with our flight. So we flew out on Tuesday, and it was like, oh, we had originally been scheduled like Tuesday morning, and Sunday they're like, you canceled, and we're like, no.
Yeah, I was like, what? This is supposed to be
Tuesday?
cleared by Tuesday.
So luckily, shout out Delta, like we booked with Delta, so
I think
it was
it's because Delta like owns my life. Like I have spent so much money at Delta that I have like the Delta credit card and stuff.
their customer service is good.
Everybody was so nice. I must have called. So our flight got canceled. We then tried to get on a flight like in the afternoon, and one of us got on and the other one, it was showing us both an option, but there must have just been one seat.
So then we backed out, and then we both got on it. We're like, yes, yes, yes. And then that flight got canceled. We're like, no.
So we had to call Delta. So because these random like one seats kept popping up. So we had to, but we're like, we don't want one of us to make it and not the other one.
Yeah.
So I think I called Delta like 5 times just asking.
You're like, I'm calling Delta. I
And
was
then,
like,
and then you guys will never believe this, but Sarah, the most non-gambling gambler of like the non-risk taker of like chances, Sarah, we were like, okay, it's showing.
so it ended up like so many people were trying to rebook it that
They're like,
it was
"You're
like,
gonna
no,
be
no,
on
no,
Wednesday."
And we're like, oh, Wednesday, like we're gonna lose out on a night of our hotel, like everything.
Like we're hardly going to be there for 48 hours.
And then I saw a flight pop back open on Tuesday night.
And we're
And
like, do we take it?
We're like, is this another situation where it's like a 1 seat? And I was like, Leah, take it. I was like, I will try to get another seat on this flight. Like, I'll just keep refreshing it. So Leah took it.
And I was like, please do not make this be like a separation thing.
I was like, you know, you stay at the hotel because Andrew had already gone the week before. I was like,
I guess
you
it's
can,
true. That's very selfless of you. I appreciate
you can,
I
you
love
know,
Aw.
cup kumka. And so then I was like, for an hour, I would just like refresh. And then I saw it pop up and I was like, snag. Like,
And then then you're like, I got the 6:30. We're like,
hell yeah. So it ended up working out, but the amount of times we were like, we got it, canceled. No, okay, next day.
it was like
okay,
a roller coaster of emotion.
I know. We're like, when will we be leaving here?
And I had hurried from our place in Connecticut to try and get to Sarah because they canceled all the trains.
Yeah,
And
we
we
were
were
like, I'm
supposed
not
to,
driving.
And we were supposed to get there the next morning. And then as I'm catching the train,
At least not
that
driving
ended up-
to New York
that
in a
ended up
blizzard.
being like a really long train because it made every stop in the world, and they were going really slow because of the ice. It was like, your flight's been canceled. We're like, oh my god.
I said, bring a snack.
you
That
know,
train's gonna be long.
We made it. We had great Florida time.
Cuban food, pan cubano. Could eat that every day.
But just for the record, don't ever travel.
Yeah, never travel
Never,
ever.
never again.
As Leah's like gonna fly somewhere in like another week, and then we're going to Paris with Mama Scoop next month. But we just need like, just don't ever travel.
Especially in the winter. Let's just say
Or
that.
if you are gonna travel with Delta.
Yeah.
This is not sponsored.
pulling through. This is also not sponsored, but we love you.
The last few times we've had flight issues, it's because we've done like budget flights, and then the customer service is like non-existent. And we're like, well, guess we're looking for a last minute ticket somewhere.
Yeah.
So at least Delta was able to like, you got through every time. So it was like bing, bang,
Yeah.
boom.
The real VIP. Thanks, Delta.
Now we're back. We're going to be here and just like, decompress and not think about any travels coming up. Just staying stationary for a little bit.
On this couch.
It's that time. Question of the week.
So I glitched. I was gonna go, bow, 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 but that's our scroll talk.
Like scroll
I
talk.
reserved
But it's not
that
scroll talk this week. It's question of the week.
All right. Question:
Question.
which time change is worse? Because we're heading into
This weekend. Do not
this
forget.
weekend. Yeah, don't forget.
Set your clocks. Not back. Forward.
Right,
Forward.
Okay, so
Forward.
which change is worse? Springing forward or falling back? So we're saying either what we're about to go through where we lose an hour, but we get more light, or going back where we gain an hour, but we also lose out on
they both have their pluses and minuses. I think for me, it's always a harder adjustment going into spring. For some reason, it's like my body doesn't adjust as easily. Like in the fall, I feel like I have no adjustment, except I'm like, it's dark and I don't like that. But in the spring, I feel like trying to go to bed, it's just like I'm extra like tired in the morning, but I do appreciate the extra sun.
Yeah, I guess I would say like personally, I prefer springing forward because although we lose an hour of sleep, like I thrive on that more sunlight. But I do think it's like it's harder to get into that rhythm.
I think it's going to be 60% of people saying spring forward is the harder one or the one that they don't like. And then 40% is going to be fall back being the bad one.
Yeah.
Which one's worse? As long as our polls actually can total to 100% this time. Because the past 2 times it's been like
I also just realized that it tells you which season: spring forward, fall back.
Yeah.
Oh, no one else just realized that for the first time in their life?
Spring.
Okay. Spring is in the
spring forward is in the spring, fall back is in the fall. Yeah,
whoa.
baby.
So I had some like dendrite that just connected in my brain. It was just like the heavens opened up and a light bulb immediate turned on.
Like they call it a snowflake because
we have
it's a flake of snow.
A flake of snow.
What? Spring forward.
She's connecting over here. Well, they call it a hand sanitizer because it sanitizes your hands. So we have a very committed group of people that dislike our springing forward. They're like, that is worse. 75%.
75. Okay.
To 25 of falling back. So
we do not appreciate the losing of an hour of sleep.
We are girlies who need our beauty sleep. I understand.
We don't mind getting into cozy fall mode, but the spring forward.
Yeah. Okay, but then if you're going to complain about that, don't complain about it getting dark at 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Although that is also with like the rotation of the sun, I believe, like, or us, it's like the days get shorter. So even though we are springing forward and like lose an hour,
it's not just purely for daylight.
The daylight time is getting longer on both ends anyway, like by a couple minutes every day.
Right, but it would be less awful if we didn't do daylight.
It would be less. Now, is it going on daylight savings in the spring? Yes, because we're saving the daylight, right? Wasn't it originally for like farmers to have more time to like harvest their crops?
Oh,
I think
I was just about to ask that. And like, I think maybe also saving like lamp oil.
That could be.
Should I do a quick?
Should we do a little Google?
Just I'm interested.
I do think it was like about farming.
What started daylight savings?
Yeah. Because I think there are maybe 1 or 2 states that don't do daylight savings. But then it's you're off of time from everybody for like just part of the year, which is weird.
Let's see. This is like the AI instant answers
so
that
take that as with a grain of salt.
Began in 1918 as a World War I era energy saving measure.
Okay.
Following Germany's 1916 lead.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. I can believe it.
Hawaii and most of Arizona.
Okay. Yeah. I knew it was like
Arizona.
Yeah.
Why?
I was like, it was Utah or Arizona.
No income tax and really no daylight savings.
Does Arizona not have income tax?
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't think so.
Take what we're saying with a grain of salt, but apparently
we're like inventing history
World War
here.
I didn't know about the income tax.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now you know.
Well, good luck this weekend then, all of you. Make sure your Sunday morning coffee is strong. This past year for fallback was the New York Marathon, which was also weird. I was like, these poor marathoners, like they're struggling with like time change, but
yeah.
Well, good luck with the time change. Don't forget to set those clocks forward.
Though you know what? I think the satellites will do it for us.
Yeah, except maybe like your stove clock.
Yeah, and your car. Don't look at your car and be like, oh, I'm
late. Yeah.
That always happens.
All right. Question number 1. Hi, Sarah and Leah. Looking for advice on strengthening female friendships. Love it. I grew up with only brothers and played percussion in high school / college. So most of my friends were/are guys.
Okay.
And I've always found maintaining those friendships to be pretty easy. I mean, guys are so straightforward. They're not like harboring judgments.
Yeah. For the most part.
Like if they're like, no, I can't hang out, I'm busy. Like they're probably actually busy. You know, they're not like, no, I'm busy. Now that I'm in my late 20s, I'm really finding that I crave sisterhood and female friendship.
Oh, love that for you.
My brother and brother-in-law are both married, so I have two sisters-in-law that I desperately want to be close with and have that sisterly bond. But I feel like it's always forced and we run out of things to talk about too quickly. I'm also definitely the type of person to get in my own head and assume that other women don't like me. Any advice you have on building/maintaining female friendships? Thanks.
I guess we don't know like the specifics of like,
Are they older than you?
Oh, and also like, do they live? It seems like either way, like building a friendship is like logistically feasible.
Yeah.
Right. So like, let's assume that they live,
Relatively close.
relatively
and
close
are
that you could get together.
relatively close in age to you.
Yeah. We're assuming a lot of things.
Give or take 5 years.
Like,
What if you have a girls' night?
I wonder if it's sort of like a thing that a girls' night would be nice. You could have both of them. So then they can also,
Is there a show that
Talk?
they really like, or one of them, and you're like, okay,
because that's a good idea, because then it also like eliminates the need to just
sit and talk.
the whole time, where you're just like, so what are your goals and dreams? Right.
Come over, have some snacks, watch the show, banter about the show. Like I'm thinking
Nothing-
Bachelor. If you know, if one of-
Bridgerton.
yeah. Like, should we have a watch party?
Yeah.
Come over,
Maybe
watch
you
an
have-
episode?
Maybe you have like a collective celebrity that you have a crush, like that you think is like hot or like
Yeah.
you're really into, and you're like, ooh, I've never seen this show. Have you seen, I think that could be a good idea. Or yeah, find a little watch party, like a little weekly watch party. That could be fun. You could be like, where should we order this week? Or like, oh, should we trade places? Like you come over to mine.
I wonder if the sister-in-laws are friends. I have two sister-in-laws I desperately want to be close to. I feel like it's always forced when we run out of things to talk about. Because I'm like, are the sister-in-laws friends? Or like when you're hanging out, is it like a one-on-one with each sister-in-law? Because I always say there's like the power of the third. When there's three people, it's like bing, bing, bing.
That's
like,
what I mean. Like, see if you could do like all
three of you.
say your last name is Johnson's. It's like, oh, the Johnson girl watch party.
yeah.
That
would be cute. I like that idea. So I definitely think like keep fostering the sister-in-law relationships, even if it's like a something girls group chat where you just like can send some cute things like as a start.
Yeah, sometimes it's sort of like having the little regular points of contact where you're just like, here's a cute meme. Hope you guys have a fun day, blah, blah, blah. Or even just to one of them, that it's like you're making contact, even if it's just like 2 texts back and forth more on a regular basis. And that way that person is more on the front of your mind, or you're thinking about them, or it feels there's less of a buildup around like, should we get coffee at 7:30 on Sunday the 12th? They're like, God, there's a lot of buildup, and then you get there and you're like, hello. I think I can't remember if I've mentioned this before, but one of our girlies that we loved following on Instagram, Mel Miller, she is like a big hosting girly. And so one of her biggest tips was like, someone asked her, how do you build friendships? Because she has all these girls that she'll invite to her like dinner parties and stuff that she hosts. And she's like, make meeting up not feel like such a big thing, or make it sound like you're already planning to do it and they're just welcome to join. So like if you sent your one sister-in-law a text just being like, hey, Wednesday at 8, I'm planning on stopping at one of my favorite coffee shops, blah, for your before work. Like, if you want to join, like I would love that.
Or even like happy hour after work or something.
Yeah, be like, I'm planning on going to that wings place for some, for a cocktail and like a happy hour snack on Tuesday. Love if you could join. Let me know if you're interested. Just so it seems like you're already going to go. There's zero pressure for them to say yes, but it opens up just a really casual opportunity.
I like that. So lots of opportunities with the sister-in-laws.
But I think like apart from just like coming up with ways to hang out, I wonder if there's a way to switch your mindset to be like, I'm just talking to a dude.
Yeah, like you're not like, I'm talking to a girl. It's a girl. Like, oh my gosh, these things are different.
Yeah, because from what you said, it sounds like if you're hanging out with a guy, you're not like in your head thinking like, does she like me? Is she overthinking? Like, did I say something stupid? You're just your stream of consciousness talking. You're not editing yourself in real time.
Yeah, maybe I'm projecting here, but if you're like, didn't she say like, I don't think other women, assume that other women don't like me. I'm wondering if it's like because you're used to hanging out with guys, like maybe the girls, if like the guy that's your friend has a girlfriend, like maybe they get jealous and you're just like, oh, girls don't like me. But
these girls have nothing to be
not like you,
weary of you about, because like, or leery, like, because it's like you're all family.
So what if you
have to see each other anyways?
as far as like making other female friends, I mean, you've made some friends through your gym, through your Pilates place.
Yeah, honestly.
Or like a run club or something like that, like a community group.
Yeah, I think it's like, in a way, look at your lifestyle and pick out like a couple places that you go on the regular that you're interacting, or not even interacting, but like surrounded by people that you don't know. So like, yeah, for me, it's like I go to Pilates a couple times a week. That like, you know, you might have your mat next to someone, you might not say anything, but you could just decide to be like, oh my gosh, it was crazy this morning getting it. Like, I can't even believe this, you know, it just say something.
Yeah.
Say like a little bit. And then the next time it's like, oh, hey, by the way, what was your name? Like or even just say at the end of class, that was hard, right? And be like, I see you here all the time. And you're like, what's your name? Oh, I'm Leah. Nice to meet you. Okay. Leave it at that.
Yeah, just you've broken the, and like sometimes I think if you've seen people around and you don't ask their name, you're like, well, it's too late now. You can just be like, oh, I don't know if I introduced myself. Like, I'm Sarah. Like,
I see you here literally as much as like more than I do. Props, girl. You know,
even at like a coffee shop, if you're you see someone reading a book or something, you're like, oh, that's such a good book, and you'll be like, I feel like I see you here all the time. Like, I'm Sarah. Like, I come to this coffee shop a lot, you know, and then just strike up a conversation. Cause I think the more you just casually introduce yourself, if you introduce yourself to people first, like sometimes you have to take the lead. Like we've talked about this.
Yeah. Initiate.
And just keep it really chill. Like initiate.
Don't get in your head before you don't shoot yourself down is what I mean. You know, so if
Don't
you're
be like, they're not going to like me.
Yeah. Just, if you want to grab a coffee with one of your sisters-in-law, just hit them up. If they say no, great. Hit them up again next time.
And keep just being friendly to them. Cause like they are your family at this point. Like, you know, whether you're like, oh, I feel like we've run out of things to talk about. Like, that's okay. Like maybe you just need to do more bonding to get to know what they like.
I had a friend, I don't know what they do for work, but I had a friend ask me like, hey, do you just like, you know, I do a lot of just like work from home. Like if you ever want to just kind of have like a work day together, like just let me know. We can pick a cafe. So we're going to do that next week. Like
that's fun.
We're just going to pick a cafe, do work together. That way you don't have to literally talk that much at all.
I do think like
you're in the same space.
How you said like maybe like a watch party or something. It's like a designated like, okay, show's done. Like, people leave.
That's true, but I'm just saying, like, if you know you both work from home,
yeah, that could work.
You know that you're working on some project.
Yeah,
you can just be like, hey, I'm gonna be at this cafe like all day working. If you want to stop by and do some work with me, I'm just literally holding up there and working.
I definitely think the sister-in-law thing. Keep building those relationships.
They're already forced to be in your family.
I know,
like you're already forced to be together,
point.
So might as well make it a good friendship.
And as far as like making other girlfriends, like just don't be afraid to initiate. Say hi to people, like introduce yourself to people in the places you go to all the time. Mm-hmm. And yeah, don't get in your head. The girls are going to like you. They're going to love you actually.
All right, question number 2. We're keeping this short and sweet.
Okay.
Favorite way to transition looks to spring when there's lingering snow and it's still winter-ish weather. Wisconsin girly here. Go.
We know all about the lingering snow here in NYC.
All about the lingering snow.
Okay, ways to transition wardrobe to spring when it's still kind of cold.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like we're talking this time of year and we're like, I am craving it to be spring.
Nice.
I want to feel and sort of embody that it's spring, but it's still cold AF.
Okay. A couple ideas that I'm thinking of.
Couple ideas.
First, go for spring colors. Like if you've got like a yellow sweater, I'll just say yellow because I feel like yellow is very spring, or like a pink,
or light blue.
Like just changing the colors can make you feel like lighter and brighter. That also goes for like pants. I feel like a white pair of denim. Leah's borrowing my pants.
Observe. I am in Sarah's pants.
Just my pants. Lighter and brighter colors in general, even if they're still like winter mode, cozy, can just make your outfit feel so much more like ready for spring.
Even if it's just like getting a bright colored scarf to wear with your puffer coat. You know, so this is us sort of talking about like acquiring a new piece in your wardrobe. But an easy way to take something that you would maybe wear more in the springtime. Like say you have a lighter sweater and you're going to layer it with a t-shirt underneath it.
Yeah.
just so you have like extra layers.
Yeah.
Right. If you really want some like springtime shoes, then just pack a pair of flats and wear your boots out.
Yeah. Like I
know,
would
like
always
that is-
say, I would always show work outfits and people would be like, I can't wear those flats out. And I'd be
How
like,
can I wear those trousers with my snow boots? It's like, well, you don't, babe. But
Yeah.
like you can go to work in them and then you bring your shoes in a little plastic bag and, you know,
yeah.
switch them out.
I mean, when I was teaching, I would drive to school in my UGG boots, but like literally put them in a Meyer bag, take them inside, put my flats on for teaching. So, you know, if you are out of the home to work, just have work shoes, and then wear the boots to go scrape off your car in between.
Yeah.
I'm also thinking like, okay, I think skirts are a good way, like a good piece that maybe you wear.
You wear a pair of knee-high boots underneath
Put knee-high boots underneath it.
and tights. You
And
could have
tights.
leggings. You could have leggings, knee-high boots. No one's going to see the leggings. You're going to be warm.
Yeah. Like, you know, if you've got like a midi length skirt that comes past your knee,
You could
wear the
wear-
knee-high boots because then your leg's covered.
You could wear that like white cotton skirt that maybe you wear in the summer.
Yeah.
Do some knee-high boots and a chunky sweater. That looks really nice and warm. And you're incorporating pieces that you'd normally be wearing in the summer.
We are seeing a lot of like chunky knit, like a cable knit sweater even with like a longer cotton skirt as like a spring transition look. That is so cozy. And again, you can do the ankle or knee high boots with that. And you're wearing those spring pieces.
do
So
your
you're like
fleece
I'm
tights.
pulling it out, pulling out those spring pieces, but you're still warm. And then I guess I would say last tip, if you have any, and like, this depends on your style, but there's a lot of like denim, like sleeveless dresses or kind of like shift dresses that we're seeing people wearing like t-shirts underneath or like longer sleeve underneath.
One of the trends that we're seeing a lot of is sort of like a long sleeve mesh shirt or like a long sleeve little turtleneck that you can easily layer under some of those things that might be sleeveless.
Yeah. And another option as a bonus is you've got a little spring dress, put a cable knit or cozy sweater over it so it looks like a skirt and sweater. Again, do the boots.
Do the boots.
But it's that spring, like maybe it's got like a little floral print or whatever, but it's not like, okay, I'm wearing the sleeveless dress. Like this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's cold out. Put the sweater over it and it looks like you've got a new outfit because you can only see the bottom.
So you've got, and you know, this is spoken as true Midwesterners.
Yeah.
We lived there for a long time.
Because it's hard to get out of your like, I just want a chunky sweater and jeans and boots.
Right.
Come
so,
like March.
So we're saying basically kind of like two options. Either opt for springy colors
Yes.
or take some pieces that you would normally be wearing in the warmer weather and layer it up.
Yeah.
You know, be smart about how you're pairing it so you're not going to be freezing, but you can still then not have to keep those, you know, out until it's June.
Yes.
So
definitely.
good luck. Spring it up. Let's
We're here.
lighten it
We are
up.
ready and waiting
ready
for
for
spring
the
right there
thaw.
with you.
We are
So
ready for the thaw.
And our last question of the day, another friend question. Friends are on the brain.
I feel like 2026 is the year to harness friendships.
It could be.
I feel it.
Hi, Scoops. Hope you both are well. I would love some advice about how to navigate time with friends while in grad school. The workload for my program is no joke, and this is my busiest semester. I always try to find a balance and meet up with friends when I'm able, but lately I've had to say no more often. My friends are very kind, and many of them have been or are currently students, but I feel like I'm letting them down or making them feel like time with them is draining. How can I love my friends well in this time of my life? Would love both of your thoughts as people in education. Education.
I do feel like grad school is like a really from like my time at Yale too. I was like, oh, that was such a great like 2 years, right? Like as adults,
She's busy.
you're busy as heck, but it's like as adults, you don't often get that sort of like college
Hangout
experience again, that hangout time. And it's really special. Like it really is special. And I totally get that of like, everyone's going out, you know, and doing trivia tonight. And you're like, I have an exam in 2 days. Or like,
Yeah.
I have to read 100 pages tonight. Like, I don't know how it's going to happen.
And I guess we don't know the full surround of your life. Like, are you married? Do you have kids?
Are you living on, like, do you live close to, like, are you on campus? Are you living at school?
But I think, you know, you said this is like your busiest busiest semester. So if you're really like, I have no more social battery, these are your true friends, right? And you're like, I love and appreciate you so much. Like, I really want to hang out. If you tell them, like, I've literally just been like head down, like, I just have to make it through this semester. Like, it's crazy. I mean, in college, semester ends in May.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I know that's a bit off, but like March, April, it will be drawing down. If you're like, how to best optimize your time. Do we have friends that are friends with each other? Could we plan like,
can you plan on like, let's just sit here and like do our work together?
Can you,
day?
yeah, like how you said, like
you could
coffee
all
work hangout where like you're working.
Is there like a lounge at your, university?
Yeah,
Like
a grad lounge or something?
because I would do that at Yale. We'd all just be sitting and doing like translations and like sitting there, or like, can you be doing your work and you take, you just decide to do lunch together? Like you have to eat lunch. That way it's like a designated hour.
A lunch hangout, or even like, I'm someone that like in the evening, my social battery sometimes is lower. I would rather go get a coffee with someone in the morning, even though sometimes it's like, okay, I gotta like do this before classes.
What if you have a 9 a.m. class? You both have the same 9 a.m. class. Can you be like, let's go get coffee at 8 and we'll walk over to class together?
Because then, even though it kind of like at the forefront, it seems like that might be more draining. Then you're kind of energized from the socialness. You're like, like, let's do it. I already did a hangout.
Do you usually hit the gym in the morning? Like you could invite one of your friends to do like your class with you, or you could be like, you want to like, hit the gym and then we can walk over to class, whatever. I'm just saying, like, is there a way to, change the time of day? Cause I too am like, the end of the day, I'm like,
because you've probably
I can't add anything else. I want to go home and eat my spaghetti and
I mean,
go to bed.
you've probably gotten your assignments and things for the day, like by the end, and you're like, oh my gosh, you're just thinking of all the work you have to do in the evening. You're like, I just need to hunker down, do my work. I don't want to socialize, but I do want to socialize, but I need to get my work done.
And that way your work is done for the day in the morning, like for that day, I hope. Right. So if it's 8 a.m., it's like, okay, you've finished your assignments for that day. You don't really yet know what your homework is going to be. So your brain is a little more clear. You're thinking a little more clearly.
Yeah.
That could be good.
Another option, just trying to give you a few options.
Or if you feel like, because I get this sometimes too, where you feel like people keep asking you to do stuff and you say no, and then you're like, well, they're going to stop asking me. So then if you feel like you've almost entered that zone, then you pick a day where you are free and you invite people to do stuff.
That's what I was going to say. If you have friends that overlap, can you ask like a couple, like, let's have a girls brunch where it's like, okay, I've seen all 4 of my friends in one setting. It was great. We all got to hang out. It's not like I'm planning separate 1, 2, 3, 4 hangouts.
Exactly. So, and how long does that take? It's like, if you pick one time a month and be like, let's do a brunch.
Yeah.
10 to noon, my place.
And you could even, like, we've talked about, like, keep a group chat going where at least you're having those little pings, send a voice note or something throughout the week. So it just like, I saw this and thought of you, like that goes a long way when you're busy.
Yeah. And I mean, those friends are busy too. So it's like, they do get it, but you also,
it's great that you want to be such a good friend that you're thinking about, how do I make my friends feel valued? How do I make sure they're, you're doing really good thought work here.
And grad school is such a hard thing because it's like, in the moment you are so busy and so overloaded. And then when you're done, you're like, that was really special. Now I can't do it again.
I know.
Right. So it's like, you want to have a good balance and get to actually enjoy some of the time. But then obviously you're there for a degree and a reason, and you want to do well and you're making connections for your job.
I feel like if you want to do a hangout, also like, and you have a bunch of work, I feel like a Friday night hangout is good because then you wake up and on Saturday and you still have the whole weekend. And so if you've done a Friday night hangout, even though you might be tired after a whole week of stuff, then you wake up and you're like, I have the whole weekend to get my work done. So maybe like those are some good strategic things. I don't know if your friends live right in town. If not, like you might have to have like a girl Skype and wine night because you're like down with the books, but you're taking a 30-minute break to like chit chat.
It seems like her friends are at school with her.
Yeah. It said a lot of friends are still in grad school. Yeah. My friends are very kind and many of them have been or are currently students. So like they're going to sympathize.
Yeah. I guess maybe you're not in the same program and stuff. But
yeah. But I think at the very most, like the light is at the end of the tunnel, right? Like summer's coming up and you'll have more time to hang out. People will be understanding right now. See if you can try and fit in those like multi-friend hangouts when you can. And they're going to be understanding. Like they're your good friends. They can sympathize.
Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with just being like, this is going to be a quick hangout. Like I have an hour. let's do lunch. I have an hour. You know, like it doesn't have to be a huge buildup of a thing. I think that's a very American thing where we're like,
if we're hanging out, it needs to be like
we're hanging out. It has to be a
all
commitment.
day.
Like I'm committing to hanging
Like
out today.
coffee, shopping, lunch, where you're like, oh my gosh, that's like
yeah,
all
and you're
day.
like, even though it might seem more stressful at the beginning, you're gonna feel so much more energized from having that good energy.
Yes.
You know, the people that you really love. It's like if you get together for an hour for lunch, it's not gonna take away. It's just gonna add to.
It will.
So good luck, and I hope you have fun with all of your friends.
Yes. Have a great
Enjoy
end of
grad
your
school.
semester. Yes.
Crazy.
Man, that like push till the end of the school year. I remember it was always like, keep your head down, just do your work.
I know you were saying, oh, it'll wind down. I'm like, or it winds up until like the very end.
Then
Like
you're
I
like,
have so many students who are doing their theses.
Oh, don't
And they're
even
just
say
like-
the T word.
Like I have like a 50-page paper to write, and I'm like, have fun.
Yeah, so we sympathize with you. I'm sure your friends will too. And on that note, thanks for listening to this week's episode of the Inside Scoop podcast. If you want to be featured on next week's episode, send us a DM on Instagram at the Inside Scoop podcast. All write-ins are anonymous, and we'll be here to talk to you next week.
Hi.
Bye.